Hello, it's Zay of Richter7 on Facebook Live. I just wanted to drop by some information for you. I just came from the gym. Once again, this is a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Yeah, actually, yes. Okay. I am out. If you recognize, this is where I shot the relationship theory intro. So, without further ado, let me just go ahead with what I wanted to chat with you about today. You see the title, The Two Types of Women I Listen to. Yeah. Did you know it's possible to listen to women? Oh my God. All right. Yeah, hey, it's completely possible to listen to women. This isn't a difficult thing. If you've actually been paying attention to the type of people that you communicate with, you kind of get into your head a section of people, whether they're man or woman, that you know you can trust and actually pay attention to when they're delivering information to you. Just give me a second. Got a nice helicopter going on. Can you see that? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so anyway. Yeah, so if you listen to people long enough, you eventually log in the type of sound that you hear that you actually like when you're talking to people. And then you kind of get them into categories and you know who you want to communicate with or at least receive information from. So me, I listen to everyone. But I specifically pay attention to people who deliver particular types of information for me. Now, I'm the kind of person that likes to be put on game. I'm what you might call a chaotic neutral. So I'm okay with the grid and the game happening the way it does, just as long as there's a winner or there's a loser or there's just something to do to compete with. If there's a place where you can figure things out and get an edge, that's where I'm at. So, the two types of people I listen to, well, women specifically. This is very important though, because we also need to understand that regardless of how upset we are with people, there are still other strangers, new people that we might meet, that we want to connect with, that we want to receive information from. We want to get an idea of our surroundings and our environment and people that we might want to come to trust, right? There are people out there who are still willing to, regardless of how crazy the world might seem, give you the information that you need, or at least feed you the bone. So, let me start. Just wanted to give that groundwork there. So, the very first type of woman that I listen to, women who are done with the game. The game. When I say the game, I'm talking about business. If you've ever seen this video, it's a short clip from a show, but I'm not sure which show it is. But there's a part where a man is talking to a woman, and he's like, "Hey, isn't that like manipulation?" And she goes, "When men do it, it's called manipulation. When women do it, it's called good business." So the first type of women I listen to are women that are done with the game and just give out free game. I align with these type of women because they also have the chaotic neutral aspect to them, where if you can pick up what they're putting down, you've got it. And they don't mind giving it to you. They don't mind trusting you with information that either could harm you or could benefit you. It's just up to you to use it the way that you need to. And usually women that are done with the game or are just giving out free game because they're no longer participating in the game, that's exactly where they're coming from. They're not participating, and so they're just giving out all of this information for free. They haven't written a book about it, but if they know that you seem like the kind of person that can pick it up, they'll give it to you. They will just give it to you. It'll happen as if nothing was changed. It'll be a normal conversation, and that's exactly the way it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be some set aside moment and meeting where you guys are talking and then you really get into it. No. The first type of women are going to be women who are done with the game and are just giving you free game. And if you can pick it up, pick up what they're putting down, because they might not be around for long. They certainly know it. That's why they're just giving information out. So that's the very first type of woman that I listen to. And it's typically the older women that are not really, they're not really trying to, they're trying to have a more peaceful life. They know how they've entertained certain things, and they're all right with letting go of it. They're all right with not entertaining that part of life. Maybe they understand what it took to have to endure that lifestyle because they were playing that kind of game. And it's like, you know, maybe someone with more strength is going to be able to work with this. And maybe someone is going to be able to adapt to this information much better than they did. Maybe there were certain things that they didn't know what's going on, Lemuel. Maybe there were certain things they didn't realize that if they give it to someone, maybe they can do better than they did, right? So there's a bit of a paragon aspect to it, but generally they're chaotic, neutral. They're just done with the game and they're just giving information out because they want to. So that's the very first type of woman that I listen to. The second type of woman that I listen to are mentally healthy women. This one's a doozy. This one is big. Now, this one doesn't have to be women that are old or elderly. This doesn't have to be women in their 40s and 50s. This can be women in their 30s and 20s. The trick here is that many healthy women, they portray themselves as mothers. They portray themselves as older than they seem, like they know what they're doing, and they always portray themselves like they're taking care of people. That's not healthy. That's a motherly aspect. And if they don't have any children, no, that just doesn't work, because they're just sunning you. That's not the kind of information you don't want. Information from women that are sunning you. You don't want that. But healthy women are women that have taken the time to break down the emotions and the information that they receive. Think about this. They are around older women. Typically, they're around older women that are done with the game. They are no longer participating, right? And they're just giving out free game. They give out free game to the men and they give out free game to the women. They might give a bit more to the woman because she's a woman. That's all right. But think about the fact that a healthy woman is receiving information and free game from older women and still choose their own path. And they decipher and interpret information for themselves. And so that when they come across people, they are able to bring their own authentic selves to the table. Those kind of women have to deal with an incredible amount of information. And when they choose not to play the game, but to take the information that they're experiencing and dealing with and deliver it in a healthy fashion, those women are very, very valuable. I know we like to think and look for the valuable women. Yeah, it would have to be the women that are not trying to play the game and also are not trying to be a mother. That's where she is. Which means that you have to be the kind of person to see women that don't want to play the game, that are actively breaking down the ideas in their head that other women are giving them and other men think they know about women. It's a very delicate balance, but that's exactly what a woman's life is when she's endeavoring to be mentally healthy, emotionally healthy. She has to get rid of all of the ideas that women set aside for women to play the game. That's where I'm going to leave that. And then she has to sift through the madness that men who aren't looking for how to play the game are projecting themselves onto women that they think are playing games. So they have to do that amount of work. It's very, very difficult to find these kinds of women, but they are still out there. It's the women who are giving out free game and the mentally healthy women. They both have engaged in practices that teach them exactly what they want out of life and how they might address the way that they come to life when they're experiencing it, and how they make sure that you experience them. They work to make sure that the way that you see them is the way that they see themselves. Those are the two types of women that I listen to. So I just wanted to come on today and share that with you. I mean, It's why I've got all these vlogs. It's why I'm able to do so much that I'm able to do. I multitask like hell. Like this very many particular things that I know how to do, and it's because I listen to women, because they figured out a function in a very small space that allows information to fly past, to just go left, right, left, right. It's a lot, but I figured out from them how to work with that kind of information, how to teach yourself how to receive information, the feminine way, as it were, to just listen. You know, we always want to tell women to listen, right? Yeah, so, well, as a man, if you learn how to listen, you gain that ability that they have to receive information from people who are trying to just slip it by you and not make it a big thing. You don't want to have a concession when the information that is most valuable should actually be a very public thing, that if you know what it is, you just take it and leave. That's what it's supposed to be. We make such a big thing out of the way that we want to learn, when you really should find a hole, make it your home, and whenever you find someone else that has made a hole and made it their home, look out for the way that you both relate to those movements. Take the information that they're giving you, because they're not going to set aside time, and go away. Take it, build your masterpiece, build your majesty, build your kingdom in silence. Enjoy your day.